What's going on, YouTube? Before I get into this video, man, y'all make sure y'all go like, comment down below what movie y'all want to see me review next. Share this video and please subscribe to the channel, man. But this next one we about to get into, man, was requested by Kevontae Jones, Four Brothers. Now, I had seen this movie once before, but I had to go back and rewatch it because it's not finna be like really in your head if you only seen it once. And like, it's like, unless it's like an instant classic. But I think this kind of had mixed reviews, but I thought this was a very good movie. But it's directed by John Singleton. When I seen that pop up on the screen, I was like, okay, this already finna be good because John Singleton don't make no bad movies at all. Like his resume is, we ain't got to talk about his resume. But if you don't know who John Singleton is, he directed Boys in the Hood and Baby Boy Life, and I think he directed that Remember the Time video with Michael Jackson. But this man, he don't do nothing but classics. And rest in peace to John Singleton, by the way. But yeah, they got a star-studded cast on here, man. Mark Wahlberg, Andre 3000, Tyrese, Terrance Howard, like, and the list goes on. Like, this was a very great cast they put together. And before I get into it, man, I'm glad some of y'all on here be paying attention when I be talking, because some of y'all probably just be watching, don't actually be listening when I talk about the soundtrack. This was a great soundtrack. I'm glad Kevontae be listening when I'm talking on here, because the soundtrack they had on here, man, they was playing nothing. And this was based off like the Detroit area, so everybody know that's Motown. They had so many Temptation songs on here. Like, one of my favorites is I Wish It Would Rain, like when they found out about their mother and all that, and he played that. They had the Jackson 5s playing on here. They had a whole bunch of good songs on here. That's gonna boost the rating of this movie instantly. But let me get into it. It's about four brothers, Bobby Mercer, Angel Mercer, Jeremiah Mercer, and Jack Mercer. Now they all is two blacks and two whites, so they all grew up in this foster home together. Now, when they got older, they all kind of split up. But Jeremiah, he stayed in Detroit to help their mother. So she's like a sweet older lady. And I guess she's like that with all the kids in the neighborhood. But she literally raised those four. Like, those are her sons. But you could tell she just got like that motherly aura about her. But she gets murdered at a convenience store. So now all her sons come back, of course, for the funeral. But everybody, even the police officers, knew what they really was back for. So one of the officers on here, Officer Green, played by Terrance Howard, he's friends with them, but he still has to do his job. And he has another officer with him, Officer Fowler. He's kind of like, you know, kind of grimy looking, but it's just like somebody you really don't want no dealings with, but you just fool with him because you friends with the other cop. But they're actually good friends with him. But he knows the Mercer brothers, like, he knows what they really back for. They might be looking like they just hit a bury their mother, but Bobby, he's like the hothead out the group. Mark Wahlberg plays Bobby, and everybody knows how he is. But he's warning him like, hey man, we got this. Don't do nothing stupid, because like, y'all don't even know the details of this murder, like, and we know what y'all about. We know why y'all back. And he was trying to break it down to Officer Fowler, like, you don't know these boys. Like, so he just started telling them, like, breaking each of them down to the other officer. Like, if they didn't have this woman raising them, they would have been worse than what they is. You probably think they bad now. If they didn't have this woman raising them, they would have been way worse. So you could tell, like, the connection that they had to this woman. Like, some people might not take it that serious with a foster mother, but they really looked at this woman like their mama. So they just going around really harassing the whole Detroit, trying to get clues and trying to find out who did this to their mama. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I already know how me and my brothers are. Something like this, God forbid, happened to my mama, we would have been way worse than they was. But them boys was raising hell about trying to find out who did it. They going around jacking people up, using guns, pulling guns out on people. I mean, they was really standing on business about their mother. Now, they get closer to the people that did it, and they ended up murdering two of the gunmen. Now, the gunmen didn't want to talk, so they just got like their IDs and stuff of them, and then they killed them. Now, the whole time, Jeremiah, played by Andre 3000, he's kind of like trying to stay away from it. And they kind of like, why are you being so like standoffish about it? Like, every time they finna go on a mission or do something, he's like, man, y'all need to let the police handle that. Just like, he's trying to stay out of it. So he started to look a little sketchy to me, because if somebody killed our mama and all of my brothers are going to do something about it, and I'm the only one like, man, we just need to chill. It's two things. You look very scary, or you got something, it's something you're not telling us. You know what I'm saying? So they start doing their detective work, and they come to find out that Jeremiah, he's kind of like in debt right now. I guess like his business started crashing. So they thinking that he had something to do with the mama being murdered. Now, coming to find out, that's not really how it went down, but it's just the fact that Jeremiah was being so secretive. That's how it looked. Now, he was basically telling them, like, y'all think I had something to do with her being killed. I was taking care of her when y'all wasn't even here. Like, all y'all boys was gone. I'm the only one still taking care of her. And he said, my name is in the insurance policy. So if something was to happen to their mother, which it did, Jeremiah's children would be the one receiving the benefits off of it. So he was like, he swung on Tyrese. I ain't gonna lie, that joke was funny. Like, he was like, man, y'all got me messed up. Y'all think I'm finna get my mama killed by some insurance? I can handle my own business. Not knowing that he kind of had dealings with this gangster on here named Victor Sweet. Now, his business crashed because he didn't want to have dealings with Victor Sweet. That is why their mother got the police involved, because she heard about it. So the mother went to a crooked police officer, Fowler, and Fowler went back and told Sweet what she did. That is why Victor Sweet got the mother killed, but they disguised it at like a robbery going wrong just so they could kill the mama. Yeah, it's like a big whirlwind of things if y'all following me. But Jeremiah, he didn't know all of that was going to take place, and he didn't know the mother was going to get involved, but she knew like what his dealings was. So when they figured that out, as they're in the living room talking, Victor Sweet's people, they come by shooting the place up, and Angel and Bobby, they're trying to like get these dudes like off them, like, cause they just like blindside them out of nowhere. And even Jeremiah, man, he had to get a little rough too, cause he got kids and he got a family like to get back to. But Jack ended up getting shot. So that's really finna make it worse. They just buried their mama. Now they just lost their brother. So when they get all of this like figured out, they had like Fowler talking to the mother right before she got killed. So when Green figures this out, he goes to press Fowler about it and realize he's a dirty cop. Now, when he does that, he take his badge, and I guess Fowler was scared he was finna get arrested or go to prison. He ends up shooting Green outside, and he disguised it like they got into a shootout. So he just covered his tail with that move, but not knowing like the Mercer brothers, they still plotting on Fowler too, because now they know that he had a hand in their mother being murdered. So they ended up setting him up with like Angel going inside his house and trying to get a confession out of him. Fowler just in there running his mouth. He don't know that Angel got a wiretap on him. So now the police is coming, and Fowler think they're coming for him. No, they got your confession. So I think Jeremiah, the one that put this plan together, it was a really smart plan. This is the only part that pissed me off when I was watching this. Like, if I got a gun out on somebody, you think you finna flip that gun on me and have me have a gun to my head, and I'm walking outside with a gun to my head? Like, I don't understand. And I don't even like calling him Angel. I'm like, what was Tyrese thinking on here? Like, how y'all had this plan executed to perfection? How did you let this man turn this gun to you? But the police still ended up killing Fowler anyway. Now, the end of their plan was like, they was going to take the mother's insurance policy, and they were going to meet Victor Sweet to like call off Victor Sweet being on Jeremiah so rough. But this was the switch. Jeremiah said, no, my real plan was to come out here and kill you. And he was like, how you going to do that? He don't know that they took that insurance money to pay off all of Victor Sweet's goons. Like, if you ever seen this movie, you know how he was treating these dudes on here, man. Like, he was making like his people eat stuff off the floor, talking to them like they kids. He made one dude go sit down at the kiddie table. Like, he was just punking his workers like the whole movie. And there's one thing, I don't care how much money you got, you don't degrade no other grown man, because you never know how that could turn on you. And he continuously did it. So Jeremiah was real smart for peeping that. And he was actually friends. He worked with one of Victor Sweet's thugs, like, and I guess that's how he set it up like this. So now Victor out there by himself, like, okay, so you made them turn on me. Who gonna be the one to kill me? And Jeremiah ain't got that in him, obviously. And the other dudes, they just stand around. Bobby comes out of nowhere ready to fight. So they end up fighting. Bobby ends up winning, and they throw Victor in. They chalked out the ice, and it was like a big hole in the ground, and they just threw him in there. So they got rid of him, and they got rid of Fowler like in the same day. So the plan was executed, but they still got to deal with the police. None of them broke, and I ain't gonna lie. Like if we got hemmed up like this, you would have think Jeremiah would have broke, because he's like always the one being sketchy, but he didn't crack neither. So they got away with killing Victor Sweet, and they still got the dude Fowler, who had something to do with their mama being murdered. And they killed all the guys. Like they handled their business on here. But what I will say, I'm gonna give this movie I don't want to be biased because it did get mixed reviews. I'm talking about from my point of view. The storyline alone, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. But because of the soundtrack, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. Just because like it was good music through this movie the whole time. But yeah, shout out to Kevontae Jones for requesting this. Y'all make sure y'all go like, comment what movies y'all want to see. I got a lot of free time on my hands right now, so I'm trying to get all y'all requests in. But yeah, Four Brothers starring Mark Wahlberg, Tyrese, and Andre 3000. I'm gone.